Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about something that might make you reconsider your entire career choice. The top reasons why junior developers quit software engineering. But don't worry, we'll end on a high note, I promise. So, first up, constant learning. And I'm not talking about the fun, oh hey, I learned something cool today kind of learning. I'm talking about the dread of opening Twitter on a Monday morning and discovering that the framework you just spent 3 months mastering is now legacy technology. Here's the thing. In software engineering, your education never ends. Remember when you thought graduating meant you were done with studying? Yeah, that's cute. The tech industry moves at breakneck speed. One day you're comfortable with React, and the next day everybody's talking about the hot new framework that does everything React does, but with 30% more buzzwords. The consequence? Burnout. Imposter syndrome on steroids. You'll spend your weekends and evenings learning instead of, having a life. So why does this happen? Because technology evolves rapidly and companies want to stay competitive. Plus, let's be honest, developers love new shiny toys. We're like magpies, but instead of collecting shiny things, we collect JavaScript frameworks. Management roulette. Well, where do I even start? Picture this. You've got a manager who thinks agile means changing requirements every single day. Or worse, someone who's never written a line of code in their life telling you that your estimate is too high and you should be able to rebuild Facebook in 2 weeks. You'll sit through meetings that could have been emails. You'll do daily stand-ups that somehow last 45 minutes. You'll be asked to provide detailed time estimates for tasks you don't fully understand yet. And my personal favourite, being told to just make it work when you raise legitimate technical concerns. The consequence? You'll feel undervalued, unheard, and completely disconnected from the actual work you love. Good developers don't leave companies, they leave bad managers. Why does this happen? Often, companies promote their best engineers into management roles without any leadership training. Turns out, being great at coding doesn't automatically make you good at managing people. Who knew? Now let's talk about everyone's favourite anxiety-inducing topic, AI and offshoring. Every few years there's a new panic. First it was, they're sending all our jobs overseas. Then it was, bootcamp graduates are flooding the market. Now it's, ChatGPT is going to replace us all. Here's the reality. Yes, AI is getting better at writing code. Yes, some companies offshore development to reduce costs. But here's what they don't tell you in those clickbait titles. Software engineering is so much more than just typing code. The consequence? Junior developers are terrified. They wonder if they should even bother learning to code when AI can apparently do it better. Companies are hesitant to hire juniors, creating a terrible catch-22. So why does this happen? Technology advances, global markets exist, and companies want to maximize profits. But AI still can't understand your client's vague requirements, navigate your company's undocumented legacy code base, or attend meetings on your behalf. Trust me, when AI can do all that, we'll have bigger problems in job security. The 3 a.m. wake-up call. Being on call. The romantic notion of I'll just be available if something goes wrong quickly turns into, why am I debugging database connections in my underwear at 3 a.m. on a Saturday? Being on call means you're the first responder when production breaks. And production? Oh, it loves to break at the most inconvenient times. Christmas dinner? Production's down. First 18 months? Production's down. Finally get a good night's sleep? You guessed it. Production's down. The consequence? Anxiety, sleep deprivation, and a fair response to your phone's notification sound. You'll find yourself monitoring dashboards during social evenings just to be safe. Your friends and family will learn to recognize that look in your eyes. And why does this happen? Because systems fail. Customers expect 24/7 uptime, and someone has to fix it. In many companies, on-call duties get pushed onto junior developers because, someone's got to do it. And it's definitely going to be Steve, who's been there for 15 years. But if you stick it out, okay, I know I've painted a pretty bleak picture, but here's the twist ending. If you can weather these storms, software engineering is actually an incredible rewarding career. Let me show you why. First up, problem-solving thrills. There's nothing quite like that moment when you finally crack a bug that's been haunting you for days. You know the feeling. You've tried everything, you're about to give up, and then suddenly it clicks. That dopamine hit is absolutely incredible. It's like solving a puzzle, but the puzzle fights back and occasionally insults your mother. Creative expression. Software engineering is creative work, and people don't talk about this enough. You're literally building things that didn't exist before. You're a digital creator, an architect of invisible worlds. Every function you write, every system you design is an act of creation. Sure, you're not painting the Sistine Chapel, but you might be building the next app that changes how people communicate, learn, or work. Financial rewards. Let's not dance around it. The pay is good, really good, especially compared to many other professions requiring similar education levels. You can earn a comfortable living, support a family, and actually afford avocado and toast. And a house. Revolutionary concept, I know. Plus, the salary progression can be impressive if you play your cards right. Flexibility and freedom. The flexibility is unmatched. Remote work, flexible hours, and the ability to work from basically anywhere with Wi-Fi. Want to spend a month working from Bali? Go for it. Prefer to work at 2 AM instead of 9 PM? Because that's when your brain actually functions? Fine. In many companies, that's okay to do that. Try doing that as a surgeon or a firefighter. It's not happening. Remember how I said constant learning was a negative? Well, it's also what keeps this job interesting. You'll never be bored. There's always something new to explore, a different problem to solve, a fresh challenge to tackle. Some people hate this, but for those who love learning, it's paradise. You get paid to level up your skills constantly. Real-world impact. Your code can reach millions of people. Think about that for a second. You can build tools that make people's lives easier, solve real-world problems, and maybe even change the world a little bit. Whether you're building healthcare software that helps doctors save lives, educational apps that make learning accessible, or just a tool that saves someone's 10 minutes a day, you're making an impact. Amazing community. The developer community is genuinely amazing. Open source collaboration, Stack Overflow helping you at 2 AM, tech meetups where you can nerd out with people who actually understand your debugging stories. You're joining a global network of people who love building things, sharing knowledge, and helping each other grow. Where else can you ask a question online and have someone from the other side of the world help you solve it within minutes? Job security. Finally, despite all the AI panic and doom scrolling LinkedIn posts, demand for good developers remains strong. The world runs on software. Every business needs it. Every industry is being transformed by it. Someone needs to build and maintain it all, and that someone is you. Learn the fundamentals well, stay adaptable, and you'll have opportunities. Look, every career has its challenges. Doctors deal with life and death situations. Teachers deal with budget cuts and standardized testing. Lawyers deal with, being lawyers. Software engineering isn't perfect, but it's fast-paced, intellectually stimulating, and offers opportunities that previous generations could only dream of. Those 3 AM wake-up calls, they get less frequent as you build better systems. That constant learning, it becomes exciting rather than exhausting once you accept it as part of the journey. Bad management, well, you can always find a better company or even start your own. So if you're a junior developer watching this and feeling overwhelmed, that's normal. We've all been there. The secret is finding what makes it worthwhile for you, setting boundaries and remembering that it's okay to take breaks and prioritize your mental health. So, thanks for watching. If you survived this video without having a crisis, hit that like button. Subscribe for more brutally honest career advice, and drop a comment letting me know what's your biggest frustration as a developer, or if you're a senior dev, what keeps you in the game. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.